strategic implementation of the Organizational Security Plan, a narrative approach to modern cyber defense and incident analysis, framework for security implementation. In the face of an escalating threat landscape, organizations are compelled to move beyond rudimentary defenses and heavily invest in comprehensive, modern security practices. A successful security plan cannot rely solely on isolated software patches. Rather, it demands a multi-layered framework that simultaneously addresses human vulnerabilities, identity architecture, infrastructure segmentation, and advanced data cryptography. By building defenses across these distinct operational planes, an enterprise can significantly decrease its systemic exposure and limit the blast radius of any potential intrusion. Human-centric defenses and identity governance. Cultivating a resilient security culture involves seamlessly blending continuous education with strict access controls. First, organizations must invest in regular interactive cybersecurity training for all staff members. This ensures that employees are not only aware of theoretical threat vectors but are actively able to spot sophisticated social engineering tactics and live cyber attacks before they take root. Simultaneously, stringent identity controls must complement this human defense layer. Enforcing robust two-factor or multi-factor authentication to FA/MFA for employees accessing files and applications containing sensitive data serves as a mandatory protocol. This safeguard guarantees that even if primary operational credentials are stolen or leaked, threat actors are blocked from gaining a foothold in private data environments. Furthermore, employee access to internal networks and data processing applications must be granted exclusively via secure, encrypted virtual private network (VPN) or Zero Trust Network Access (ZTNA) connections. Restricting system connectivity to authenticated, secure tunnels ensures that data remains protected from interception, regardless of an employee's physical operational location. Systems architecture and data protection. Beyond front-end access control, standard defensive practices must extend deep into technical infrastructure. Organizations are required to maintain highly comprehensive log files and establish ongoing monitoring capabilities. Continuous evaluation of system activity allows specialized security teams to spot anomalous behavior such as unexpected data staging or irregular access hours, which frequently serves as an early indicator of a developing data breach. At the database tier, data protection requires that corporate systems store the passwords of customers, utilizing a sophisticated combination of cryptographic salting and robust modern hashing algorithms. By appending unique salts to credentials prior to hashing, the enterprise effectively neutralizes the efficacy of pre-computed rainbow tables and brute force cracking tools in the event of database exfiltration. Finally, structural network design dictates the strategic separation of cloud-based resources from the public internet. Segmenting sensitive storage blocks and computing nodes into an isolated private network segment prevents direct external exploitation. Restricting systemic access only to explicitly authorized middle-tier applications, synthesis and strategic takeaways. Fundamentally, a security breach is categorized as a critical operational incident that results in unauthorized access to data, applications, services, or infrastructure devices. The primary objective of modern threat groups remains the exposure and exfiltration of private information, which can then be leveraged for financial extortion, unauthorized advantage, or dark web capitalization. However, corporate vulnerability is not absolute. An array of multi-layered technical controls and procedural paradigms, exist to protect both personal identities and broader organizational ecosystems. The ultimate takeaway for security leadership is the absolute necessity of maintaining relentless vigilance. Cyber threats evolve dynamically, with adversaries utilizing automated vulnerability scanning and artificial intelligence to find weaknesses. Remaining continuously aware of common and emerging threats ensures that organizations can preemptively adjust their defensive postures, preventing them from becoming the next casualty of a digital offensive. Empirical analysis of contemporary security breaches. To operationalize these concepts, security personnel must evaluate real-world failures. Reviewing recent historical security incidents illuminates the precise vectors utilized by threat groups and underscores the specific structural changes required to prevent reoccurrence.
Bạn muốn học mạng máy tính nhanh hơn, hiệu quả hơn và có người đồng hành xuyên suốt? Khóa học mạng máy tính 1 sẽ mang đến cho bạn một giảng viên hướng dẫn riêng, xây dựng lộ trình học phù hợp với trình độ và mục tiêu của bạn. Bạn sẽ được thực hành liên tục trên các bài lab thực tế, rèn luyện kỹ năng cấu hình và xử lý sự cố mạng như trong doanh nghiệp. Với lịch học linh hoạt, hỗ trợ tận tình và tập trung 100% vào sự tiến bộ của từng học viên, bạn sẽ tự tin chinh phục chứng chỉ kỹ sư mạng quốc tế và sẵn sàng bước vào sự nghiệp quản trị mạng doanh nghiệp. Khóa học mạng máy tính 1 học đúng trọng tâm, thực hành chuyên sâu, sẵn sàng cho công việc thực tế.